Good morning, 7th graders, and today we're going to focus on adding some of our mixed numbers for our 7th grade math class. And this kind of follows up with a lot of the skills that we've learned from adding our fractions. If you want to add a mixed number, first thing you want to do is focus on the fraction portions of it. So for example, if I have 7 twelfths plus 1 twelfth, I can get the 8 twelfths. And then I can go ahead and get 4 plus 15 gives me 19. So I have 19 and 8 twelfths. However, we can go lowest terms of the 8 twelfths, so it gets down to 19 and 2/3. Right. Example number 2. Sometimes you have a whole number being added to a mixed number. Well, if there's no fraction plus 1/4, that just gives you 1/4. Then all you do now after that is add the whole numbers, and that gives you the 11, and you're good to go. So we always want to focus on trying to do the fractions first, and the whole numbers is the second part. All right, number 3. We see I have two fractions that I want to add together, and they got different denominators. So I'll have to make my adjustments for getting the same denominators. Well, 7 and 4 are matched with 28, and I adjust the top numbers accordingly like we did earlier in the week. So I end up with 8 28ths as a fraction, 7 28ths is the new fraction here. Now notice the whole numbers themselves didn't change here, they just stayed as the 5 and the 9. So now I go ahead and add the 8 28ths and the 7 28ths to give me 15 28ths, and then 5 plus 9 is 14. And I can't take that fraction any lower, so 14 and 15 28ths. All right, number 4, similar scenario here. I have two fractions that have different denominators, so I get the common denominator, which is 4, adjust that one accordingly. And this was good, it was already locked in, I had the 4 that I wanted. So I add the fractions, and I get 5/4, and then I get 3 plus 3 gives me 6. However, remember, we don't want to leave that 5/4 like that. So what we'll do is we're going to make a quick little change here. We are going to say, well, 5/4, if you remember how I convert our mixed numbers, that ends up being 1 and 1/4. All right, so really, that 6 and 1 now give me 7 and 1/4. So if you get an improper fraction right here, convert that to a mixed number, and yeah, you probably are going to have a whole number there now to add to your previous whole number. So there you go. Now we get our 7 1/4. All right. Similar kind of scenario here unfolds in number 5. We get our common denominators to match up. 4s and 10s. The first match would be 20. Adjust the top numbers accordingly, and then we just add them up. So I get 23/20 for the fractions, and then 2 plus 6 gives me 8. Well, once again, 23/20 ends up being 1 and 3/20. So I have to add a 1 to my 8 to give me 9. Then I got the 3/20. And one more to look at here. And I got 7 and 7/12 plus 8 and 1/6. You get the denominators to match up. First match will be at 12. So this one's good to go, the 7/12. This one gets adjusted to 2/12. 7 plus 8 gives me 15 and 9/12. And don't forget, check that fraction, see if you can go lowest terms. 15 and 3/4. All right, so I'll give you guys a couple to try now. And add some mixed numbers on your own here. There's number 1 and number 2. Go ahead and pause that, and you can work on those two problems. And when you're done, you can check your answers. And here's our answers here. First one should have been 17 and 3/10. When you did your work, you probably ended up getting a whole number and then an improper fraction, so make sure you convert that. And that's why I have to add the extra 1 now. So we get 17 and 3/10. And similar scenario unfolds in number 2. Correct answer by the end of it ends up being 25 and 8/21. Your work might have resulted in that 58/42. So convert that to a mixed number. And you actually have to put that lowest terms also, so you do a little extra work on this problem. So, all right, well, good luck as you practice some of these on Schoology. Have a good week.